Back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. And to all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. And all I ask for in return is for you guys to smash that like button. Let's see if we can get today's video over 40 likes. And here we are with Tesla, TSLA, Tesla Inc. And the stock has had a massive fall, right? Here we have the concept of the bot that everyone expected. And then it turns out that we have a different bot than the one that was expected here, but we have to break down some other concepts going on with the stock as well, apart from AI day, right? So we're gonna go ahead and look at this together. But today, while Tesla was actually going lower, the SPY ended up going higher. But our Tesla bot, right? It's not an AI bot in the shape of a humanoid, if not a Tesla bot that sends us notifications directly to our Discord through the 42 vision indicators. When the bull and bear indicators pop up, sent out a bear indicator at 9:35 a.m. And from that moment forward, as you see in the chart, outflows crossed the midpoint. They even rejected and stayed below it for most of the day. And that's what continued to show the weakness over the charts. And put options went up 100% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge over the charts to maximize on opportunities within the volatility, check out the link down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected to our SPY bot, QQQ bot, newly released Tesla bot, and we have many other bots on the way so that you can receive the clarity and edge that you deserve within the volatility of the markets to maximize on opportunities. And you can now join the members using these resources to maximize in either direction. So here we are with TSLA in the charts. It's actually hitting key support levels and actually reaching levels that we have not seen in months, right, and weeks. So we're going to break it all down here. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity I mentioned this morning over at the Discord. And as you see popping up here on the screen, these are some of the home runs I managed to find last week alone. And while it's not guaranteed to be this way every single time, we strive for opportunities like these every single day. So the home run opportunity was spectacular, beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. And by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So these are the three stocks I mentioned this morning. All three of them gave jumps of 3 to 5%, 5 to 10% plus, but one of them nearly reached home run territory, and that was CSCW. We caught this one in the pre-market under a bull indicator. Full strength here, sitting sideways towards the bell and pulling back towards it, and it hit a dip area here, found support, bounced back up with full strength here, and within minutes the inflows were above the midpoint. They switched from red to green and full strength on 42 vision, and it gave a highest point of 18% plus, guys. If you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. So here we are with Tesla stock, and as I stated earlier in the video, it is in a dip area here. And as you can see, in the last two times we've hit dip areas, there's been reversals. Some are stronger, some are weaker. And the question mark is, will it try to reverse back up from here? Well, we need to see how the inflows versus outflows are looking. And as I stated as well, we have not seen these levels of 240s in several weeks or months. And that's what we're going to go ahead and break down here, the charts, and then break down what is actually hurting Tesla stock right now. And if you zoom out, it has been in a downtrend for several weeks here and days. So let's go ahead and pull up the bull and bear indicators, which you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected to the SPY bot, the QQQ bot, our newly released Tesla bot, and other bots that are on the way so that you can receive the clarity and edge that you deserve within the volatility of the markets to maximize on opportunities, whether stocks are going up or going down. And you can now join the members using these resources to maximize in either direction by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. Slots are now open for those interested. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator and the inflow versus outflows. So here we are with Tesla under a bear indicator, but when you zoom out in this consolidation here that lasted for several days, things were very volatile and short-lived, right? Bull and bear indicators getting canceled out left and right. And the same thing was happening here on Friday, but on Friday's close, right before the last moment of that candle there, as you see it in that bar on the Tesla chart of the 30-minute, a bear indicator popped up and it lasted all the way into today. And if we zoom into the volatility here on the 15-minute, it had popped up since Friday at around 130. And if we zoom in even further within the volatility, as our Tesla bot sent out the notifications based off the 5-minute, you could see those outflows there as they crossed. They actually dominated for most of the day within the volatility, holding it downwards. And that bear indicator right there at 9:35 a.m. guys, that's what this is all about, having an edge and clarity of the charts to maximize on the opportunities presented by the volatility. Right now, as you could see in this dip area though, there's some inflows picking up here, right? Going from red to green, but not enough to push things up. It needs to cross that midpoint. I'll be watching for that going into tomorrow and the rest of this week, how things play out, because when it does not cross, the outflows continue to weigh on in the price action, holding things down or possibly even further making it go lower. So super important to keep that in mind. Now, apart from Tesla actually disappointing, right, with the Tesla bot, as everyone was expecting this type of concept and everyone was expecting something similar to this, the closest thing to it is the face, right, or at least the shield here on the top here, as you can see it. But it's basically showing us kind of a dissected bot. And from an appearance perspective, it looks nothing like what people expected. So this is kind of like the first impression of an actual bot being presented that works. And now people are kind of looking at this from a different angle, right? What is going on? Maybe this is just a concept without the covering, or this is actually something that is going to work towards eventually looking like this and looking much more edgy and having that physique, right, that everyone expected. So this was kind of like the first impression of the excitement, and this is kind of the first impression of what you really get, like that versus reality and expectations type of thing and those type of memes. But we'll see how this further develops. At least so far, some of the things that were, I guess, not promised but stated that this bot can do, and those basic tasks, it's going to be a very important thing moving forward as it further develops. And also the price point, we'll see if that actually turns out to be true as well, and when these delivery dates start to come out. But a lot of people are shocked. It looks nothing like this. Now, why is Tesla stock actually going lower even more beyond that? Not just the sentiment on this bot, but also how Tesla stock drops on the heels of delivery misses, guys. This is super important because supply concerns have been an issue for a while, but now it actually has impacted Tesla's deliveries in the third quarter, missed consensus expectations for the first time in 3 years. Tesla seemed like a juggernaut. It seemed like it was unstoppable, whether there was actually a crisis of supply chain issues and whatnot, and now it has actually trickled into their stock, their company. And this just goes to show you that the supply chain issues are just becoming more predominant, and we're going to have to see when this does actually get fixed. It's not just the Tesla thing. It is a universal business. Anyone in the stock market that has to do with technology is being affected, and many other sectors as well, not just technology, with supply chain issues. So this is huge. This is the first time in 3 years. So Tesla stock is going to start pricing this in. And this is a big surprise. And this is where the bears are going to try to take over and say, I told you guys so. I knew the stock was going to fall. And we need to see where is this going to find support. But it doesn't mean that Tesla stock is completely destroyed, in my opinion. Right now, financial advice, just my perspective alone. But within the volatility, one needs to adjust and prepare for the opportunities presented. Right now, this is in a dip area. And on the 30-minute, it's going to be important to watch this as it comes closer to the midpoint. If it crosses it or stays below it and pulls down lower, that is going to be critical to how the stock reacts further going into tomorrow and this week. And then also on the 15-minute, it tried crossing back over, and you could see all day going downwards as these outflows dominated, even though inflows came in. And the one moment where the stock popped is when those inflows finally crossed, they slowed down, outflows came back, and we're now below it again, and it fell back down, but it had a pop from 243 to 247, right? So it's going to be a point to watch if these inflows could continue going into tomorrow and actually cross back over, cancel out that bear indicator and get a bull indicator in the process. And apart from happening in the 15-minute, if those inflows can roll over into the 30-minute, get closer to the midpoint or even cross it to the upside as well, get that momentum to the upside and cancel that bear indicator with a possible bull indicator. So that's going to be critical going into tomorrow. The first resistance level is 250. You can also use 248 if you want to as a midpoint, and then above that is up here at 257. To the downside, the first support is 240. If that gets broken through, the next support that I'm watching is 230, guys. I look forward to seeing your thoughts down below. How do you feel about this here with the expectations of such Tesla bot when it was a concept and as we see it now in a different form? Do you think that's going to change the purpose and the future of this bot? That's going to be super important how you guys think and how a lot of investors feel about this, because one thing is, could it get the job done of what was expected? And the way it looks is almost irrelevant if it could do and make things much smoother and bring efficiency to workplaces or whatever the reason may be for this specific innovation and technology. But if it actually turns out to be something like this, and Tesla, the company itself, states we're going to work towards making it look like this or the concept at some point in the future, well, that can start sparking speculation, excitement back into the stock, not just because of the bot, but because it's trying to deliver something, right? But the same story has been for a while with the Cybertrucks. So here we are, right? Tesla has a lot of promises or a lot of work to do to go ahead and meet investors and consumers' expectations. But Tesla has continued to work and fight hard to grow as a company, and it's come a long way. But the stock right now is certainly getting obliterated to the downside. And if you zoom out all the way up here at 384, fell all the way down at the beginning of this year, tried coming back up, and it's kind of stuck here in a big channel if you really think about it, between 200 and 320. And if it can't break out from 320 and it continues to range here or start going back towards 200, it's going to have a hard time actually bringing itself back up to new highs anytime soon. But in the long-term story, will be interesting. But within the volatility, though, I'm going to continue to watch the inflows versus outflows and the bull and bear indicators. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.